What's up, Chargers? It's Bailey Hansen and Sabrina Schoonover, and we're with Kenna Goodwin. So, Kenna, what exactly do you do?
Like, what do I do?
Yeah.
I am currently in the drama program. I am a senior at MG. The drama program is hosted by MP. We accept, everyone because MG doesn't have their own drama program. So what we do is, at MP, they're like, hey, Getchell, come over here, and we go there and we do our drama.
So can you tell me a little bit about what the drama program does?
We do one fall play, and then we do one spring musical. And so with that, we bring in people, we audition, and then Mr. Clem, he is the director there, he gives us our roles and he says, we would like you for this part. If you want to, you can accept it. If not, then you could do stage crew or something in the audio or the lighting. And mostly everybody will accept their role, so then that's how we start off.
So who can join around Marysville?
Everyone from MP and everyone from MG. So pretty much all of the Marysville high schools. I don't know if Arts and Tech can, but I know that because MG doesn't have their own, MP's like, hey, you can come join us. So that's pretty cool. It's one of my favorite things about MP.
Yeah, so how long have you been performing for?
I have been performing for 4 years, so since freshman year, I've been performing. I've been in every show except for one sophomore year because I decided to do a sport. It wasn't as fun. So I've been in 7 shows.
In terms of drama, where do you see yourself going in the future?
I really enjoy acting. I like being around the people. I like the fact that I get to pretend to be someone else. I think it's really cool that I get to experience someone else's life and try to think like someone else. If I think what I would do is totally different from what a different character. So I think that's super cool about drama. So I would love in the future to carry on with acting. In next fall, I'm going to Western and I'm going to be a part of their drama program. So hopefully I don't have to end it here.
Yeah, that's really cool because I actually want to be an actress too when I grow up. So.
Well, you should join next
year.
year.
I know. I should.
Just be like, hey, I'm Kenna's friend, and then Clem will be like, oh yeah, you'll get the lead.
Yeah.
How do you join the program?
So you go in with about a 1 to 2 minute monologue. It's just you having this big either dilemma or this inner thought going on. I have done one from the Addams Family. I've done one from The Little Mermaid. I've done one from A Cinderella Story, the one with Hilary Duff. It was pretty good. And then for the musical, you go in for a song. You sing however much you want. You can sing the whole thing, a verse and a chorus, just the chorus, but just something that will emphasize your voice and say, this is what I can do and this is why I should get this role.
So that was all the productions that MP and MG have put on?
MP and MG have put on productions since my freshman year. I think that was the first year we did. I wasn't sure though because that was my freshman year. Mm-hmm. We did, the first show I was in Peter Pan. I was a pirate, a mermaid, and I think I was a nanny. I was a nanny. That was a long time ago. And then we did Little Shop of Horrors for our spring musical. I was Wino #1. I had no lines. I had no parts in the songs. And that was my favorite role by far, clearly. Yeah. And then sophomore year, I wasn't a part of the Twilight Zone, but they did the Twilight Zone, and they decided to make it funny, so they used Twinkies, and they butchered all the lines. Yeah. And then for the musical, we did Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins was very cool because we got to do all of these different costumes, all the different stage makeup, and yeah, Mary Poppins is one of my favorites. And then last year, we did the Game of Tiaras. It was a mix between Disney princesses and the Game of Thrones, all fighting over this one crown. It was personally my favorite play that we've done because of the fact that it had tons of comedic figures to it, I guess. And then we did The Little Mermaid for the spring musical last year. That one was really cool. I was Sebastian. I think that was my favorite role that I've ever had. And then this year we did Alice in Wonderland. I was Tweedledum and the Queen of Hearts. I liked yelling at people on stage. It was really fun. And then now we're doing Shrek the Musical.
Is it really difficult, like, doing more than, like, one role in one play, or is it, like...
It is very difficult because every time I've had to switch costumes, I've had about 10 minutes to get from one costume into the other. So I had to take off all this face makeup. I had to reapply all the face makeup. I had to do crazy face makeup. And so everyone's backstage, and we have little makeup stations, and everybody's freaking out because we're like, where are they at? Where are they at? What are we doing now? And it's stressful, but it's so much fun because you get so much more stage time.
So you said that they do lots of makeup. Which one was your favorite one?
For me? I really enjoyed the Sebastian makeup. I painted my face red. Like, the first time I didn't know what I was doing, so I just went all red. I didn't contour or anything, so I just went up and looked like a tomato. It was fine. And then, like, I came home and my mom was like, why was your face like that? And I'm like, okay, I'll tone it down. So then it was just like light red. It was just fun because it was like I didn't have to change my face makeup a lot, but it was still different to that I wouldn't wear it every day.
So when and how do you join the program?
Auditions for the play are in September, and auditions for the musical are in January. And so, yeah, you bring in a monologue for both, but then for the musical you bring in a song that, like, says, like, what your voice can do. Yeah.
If you could create, like, your own play, what, like, would you do?
That's a good question. If I could, my own play.
Or music.
I don't know which one I would create, but I know that I personally would love to do Grease. Grease would be a lot of fun to do. It's one of my favorite musicals, and I feel like that if we, like, had more guys to, like, actually be a part of the drama program, then we would have done Grease. But
yeah, that sounds really cool. They had the Tolo for Grease here at Getchell.
Yeah,
that was.
I didn't get to go.
I didn't get to go either, but it looked really cool. But yeah, so how is, like, the stage set up, like the rules and stuff for people on stage, like?
So we normally, while we're going through everything, we do this thing called blocking where we have the lines, we have people stand in places where they're supposed to be, and then we have the sets, like, set up. And so then while the sets are set up, we're like, who's on stage and who's off stage. So the people who are off stage normally are like, hey, I can do this, or people are like, I can't do that because I have to be in the next scene. So they always, like, everything changes. I know for the musical this year, I don't have to do any stage crew because we actually have stage crew this year. So I think that's very cool that people are not participating.
So, like, stage crew as in, like, not part of the school's kind of stage crew?
What do you mean?
Like, were you saying, like, stage crew as in, like, people are coming, like, out from school? And
yeah, people are coming from school. So, like, you guys could come to the drama program and technically be a part of the drama program. But all you guys want to be on stage, you guys want to be acting, you guys could just be there, but you still get invited to all the things that drama does, because sometimes we go to plays. We went to Fifth Avenue last year, so I thought that was cool. But yeah, stuff like that.
So who is, like, in charge or, like, the lead in the program?
Our lead this year is our president, Elizabeth Price. She is, like, the one who runs everything. It's a student-ran thing with our director supervising us. So I think it's super cool that we are in charge of it. We're in charge of how we want it to go, how we want people to act, our costumes. And then Mr. Clem is there, and he's very supportive with everything. He makes sure that we stay on task, but it's also to the point where we still are having fun.
How long are rehearsals?
Rehearsals are Monday through Thursday, every day, from 2:45 to 5:30. But then once we get into that transition where we have a month left, it's until 7:30. So I am there from the end of Getchell to 7:30. So I get home at like 8, but it's fine. It's for a good cause.
So you had like Mary Poppins and The Little Mermaid and stuff, and those are like mostly Disney. So there was a lot of singing in them, right?
Yes, there was a lot of singing.
Do you sing?
Yeah.
Good.
I sing a lot, or yeah, I do. I have been in ensemble songs, so it's like people who are just needed there for body count. I've been in those ones. I know sometimes when I'm not on stage, my microphone is still on, so I have to like make it sound like there's more people there. And normally I can hear myself because I'm pretty loud, so it's fine.
Are there things that you've like given up because of drama?
Yes, I've given up a lot of things. I've given up going with my friends, study groups. I'm missing this year's senior cruise because I have to go to a lock-in that we do every year. I miss out on hanging out with my friends, but I mean, I have some friends at drama, so it's okay. And then, I don't know, I like the people that I'm surrounded with at drama, so it's not as bad. It'd be different if I was surrounded by people that I didn't like, but I like 95% of them, so it's fine.
Do you have any like team building exercises or something that you do to get to know each other?
Every year we have a morning breakfast at IHOP, and we have a Denny's night. So what we do at Denny's night is we just like hang out, we eat at Denny's, and then we like get to know each other, we play games, and it's just such a great bonding experience because you get to know everybody that you're going to be working with, and it's amazing.
That's very cool. So this is Kenna. We're going to come back. She goes to Marysville Getchell, and we're going to actually show a segment called Marysville Getchell. Sweet. Oh, it's not playing. Okay, there you go.
Academy of Construction and Engineering, and Biomed Academy. The campus is ranked 8th best in the world for its structures and use of nature around it, but it's not what it looks like. The students that attend the schools have trashed the place and don't take care of it at all, throwing their lunches in the wooded area and grassy areas, leaving water bottles everywhere, even throwing them onto balconies, and also throwing traffic cones, too. What I'm asking for the students that attend our campus is to please throw your garbage away, put the bottles in the recycle, and take care of our school. We are 8th best in the entire world. We should keep up to that standard.
We're still talking to Kenna, and we're talking about drama, and she actually agreed to sing for us. So,
Yeah.
What you want to sing?
I think I'm going to sing something from last year. It's pretty basic. Probably Kiss the Girl, because that was one of my favorite songs to sing.
Yeah.
It was just very nice. It was fun. Okay. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, my oh my, look like the boy too shy, ain't gonna kiss the girl. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, don't be scared, you got the mood prepared, go on and kiss the girl.
That was great.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
That was great. I love Sebastian. He was like...
He was one of my favorite characters, but
Yeah.
the biggest problem with him was his accent. It was so hard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't go Jamaican. I tried. Every time I went Jamaican, I went Irish. So there's this ongoing joke throughout everything. Whenever we bring up The Little Mermaid, they're like, oh, yeah, the Irish crab. And I'm like, yeah, sure.
I can't do any accents to save my life.
Same.
Yeah. So, what shows would you like to have done in the past?
In the past, okay, so Mr. Clem, he did High School Musical in the past, and so his room, first I have to tell you about the room. The room that he has is a giant, giant room, and every single wall is filled with posters from movies, from magazines. It's intense. Like, he has things from Disney on Ice. He has just hats from Disney World. It is so cool because it's like you walk in and you're in Disneyland. You're like there. And so he did High School Musical one year. So we have this Wildcat head that sits there. We have the Troy Bolton like jersey. It's hanging up, and so it's just so cool because you'll walk in and you'll see like, what was the school? East High? Yeah, East High. You have the East High tables with the red and the E on it, and I would have loved to do it because really it's so cool to walk in and see the props that he used in the past. And I'm like, let's do High School Musical 2, and he's like, no.
But the sad thing is that High School Musical lies to high schoolers.
I know.
It's nothing like that.
I mean, for me it is. For drama it is because I walk in and I get to sing and dance, and nobody sits there and they're like, isn't she supposed to be doing math? It's like, no. No, I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah. So are there like other things, like what do you think they should do? Like what other shows do you think they should do, or movies?
I think that movies, like I feel like a mystery thing would be really cool, but I know we also have to like keep attention of people. Mm-hmm. But I really think we should do Hamilton. I don't think we'd be able to pull it off though.
That sounds really cool.
Because of the fact that like we watched it as a group and it's intense.
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, I get tired walking from one end to the stage to the other. I would not like imagine rapping and dancing and jumping around like they do.
Yeah, that seems really hard. So when you go on to stage, everyone always is afraid, right? Because like you always like, have you ever froze like on the stage or something?
Yeah, we have had people froze. I have froze before. The first night I had like big lines. Mm-hmm. I walked out there by myself and I had to like present this big monologue, and that's how the play started. Mm-hmm. And I remember the first night because this was the first time I ever had a line. This was my biggest role I've had. It was last year. Mm-hmm. And so I was walking out and I remembered that I didn't know what my first line was. Mm-hmm. So I walked up there, center stage, and I just stared. And I looked down and my mom was in the front row and she started mouthing the words to me. So that was one of the first memories of my lines. And I was like, okay, that's right. That's what my first line is. And I don't know what would have happened if my mom wasn't there. Yeah. I honestly think I would have stood there and waited for Clem to start talking in the microphone.
Yeah, that seems really scary. I don't think I'd be able to go up there.
We've had people forget lines during the middle of dialogue, and it's just like, we had a conversation during The Little Mermaid. I was talking to King Triton, and he was supposed to say, we need someone to watch over her. And he looked at me and he was like, I don't remember the line. And I looked at him like, don't you think someone should watch over her? And he's like, that's correct. That's what I think we should do. So if you watch and you notice that we're doing something like that, it's because we forgot lines. We sit there and we memorize each other's lines, not just our own, so then we can go off of it.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. Has there been injuries on stage?
Yes, we have had props break through the middle. Game of Tiaras, we accidentally broke a lamp. It fell over, glass shattered everywhere. It was right before halftime though. Mm-hmm. Halftime. Whatever. That's not the correct term. Intermission.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
But yeah, we've had it break, and so we had to bring someone out to go sweep it up. Mm-hmm. We've had a chimney from Mary Poppins fall on one of our dancers. It was funny at the time because it was light, but if it was one of the heavier ones, that could have gone so bad.
Yeah.
There was a tap dance scene. I had my big toe taken off.
Oh.
Toenail, not my toe. I still have it, I promise.
9 toes.
Yeah. Someone stepped on me when we were tapping, and it just, yeah. We've had someone falling off a ship. We have a ship scene. Someone fell off of that. We're very extremists there. We're dangerous.
Does any of that happen during the audience or just during rehearsal?
Most of it actually happens during that first night. That first night, we're okay, let's just get everything done, and whatever happens, happens. because we have people that are so nervous that have never been on stage before. So when I was in Mary Poppins, the first show that I did, I was like this teddy bear thing. And so I was in such a rush, I forgot to take off my socks. And so I was supposed to go out barefoot to get grip on the cement. Didn't happen. I fell. And it was like, okay, that was the first show. Now let's not do that for all the other shows.
Yeah. So how many people do you think show up to watch you guys play?
The auditorium holds about 600 people. The first show we sell about 100 tickets because it's on a Thursday night. Most people are busy Thursdays. Friday nights it normally picks up, and then the second week is where we have to start sending people away because we're filled.
Wow.
It's very cool when like Clem comes backstage and he's like, okay, you guys, we have like a full auditorium, and we're like, what?
Yeah.
Because all that money goes to next year's musical and next year's play, all the props, all the costumes, because we have to pay for all that ourselves.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of props, what's your favorite one?
My favorite prop is probably, so this year I'm the dragon for Shrek. So we have this giant puppet. It's bigger from here to here. It's giant.
Jeez.
And so we have people in that. And they're walking around. And it's such a cool prop because the jaw moves, the eyes light up, and it's like I'm supposed to be there too. I'm there as like the spirit of the dragon. So like when I say my lines, it's there, but we have this giant puppet for like the illusion that that's what it is. It's my favorite prop. It's so old though.
So can you tell us a little bit more about the musical that you guys are going to put on now?
Yeah, so Shrek, it's like the ogre and the donkey go rescue the princess who's secretly an ogre. Like, sorry for the spoilers, but you probably should have known that already. But so we have our president that's actually from MG. She, like I said, Elizabeth Price. She's Fiona, and I think that's super cool because like MG is kind of taken over MP. But yeah, so she is Fiona. We have Chloe Larson is Donkey. She's nailing it. She's secretly like a 5-year-old, so she's doing really well with that role. And it's really cool to see that like the MG students are over there. We have, I think we did the ratio. It's like for every 3 Getchell students, there's 1 MP student.
Wow.
Like we're doing pretty well.
So is the play Shrek like? Is it like the movie, or is it kind of different, or like?
It's pretty much like the movie, except there's a lot of singing. So I would say that the only thing that's different is that you see a lot more Farquaad. I think that's super cool, though, because we have Ricky Hoffman from here. He's playing Farquaad, and the character that is in the musical is so much different from the one there. Like, I mean, he's still short, he's still kind of grumpy, but it's like he's very girly, and I feel like that's a really cool thing for him to be.
So what challenges have you or like the drama club like as a whole gone through? Like what challenges have you gone through?
For challenges, we always have problems with costumes and then lines. Because we have the people that are, I'll admit, I did that freshman year, where it's like, oh, I have a line. It's just one line. It's not that big of a deal. So I'm just going to kind of wait until like opening night to learn it for some reason. Sounds like a good idea. But we open in 2 weeks and we still have like people kind of struggling with their lines. But, they'll get it. So it's just kind of like that wake-up call that, whoa, this is actually happening. People are going to be here. They're going to pay us expecting to see something, and we have to fit those standards. We have to, exceed the bar.
So you said that you want to be an actor or, Broadway, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
that'd be cool.
So what are you going to do besides going to that college? Or, are you going to try to, go, other places to, do this stuff?
Over the summer, well, on May 8th, I actually have an audition for the kids stage in Everett. They're doing Rent and they're doing Beauty and the Beast. And so I'm auditioning for both of those because it's kids staged. It's super intense, lots and lots of competition. But I feel like just being a part of it would be really cool. Not even as like the lead, just being a part of something that's technically supposed to be just all drama. Not just like a high school drama, but like a professional thing. Something that's labeled specifically for drama.
So how long has the drama program been going on for?
Clem has been the director, I think, for 15 years?
Wow.
I think, yeah, it's been going on for a long time. We have people that come in that I don't even know. So, like, plus 4 years. They'll come in and they'll be like, oh, hey, Clem, do you remember when we did this? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, these people, like, drama made such an impact on them. The fact that they'll come back even after 4 years. It's super cool. We have people come back from my freshman year. Like, we have Hannah Rudd. She comes in and she does our makeup for us. She teaches us makeup. And it's just so cool to see that people are still so dedicated and that how it changed their life.
So you said that before, that you have like friends and stuff. Do you ever like hang out with them? Like you have friends in the drama program is what I meant.
I hope I have some friends.
Yeah. Do you ever like hang out with them like after school and stuff? Like
All the time. We, after drama, we'll be like, hey, do you guys want to go get some like teriyaki? And we'll be like, yeah, let's go. We go to Alfie's. We go to each other's houses. I don't know. We just have a lot of fun together to the point where we're all very like mixable. Like we have Skylar Vanderputten from MP. Like if you look at him, he's a jock. Like he is like varsity sports, like super high class and all of that. And he comes to drama, and you guys don't think that like a jock would go there, but because you think that like we're all geeks, it's okay. We know it.
Like High School Musical.
Yeah, like High School Musical. Like when we're not exactly Sharpay and Ryan, but it's like it's such a cool mix to see people like the jocks come with us, and it's like it's a big part of their life, and it's just super cool to see that part.
Who do you think, like, what kind of people do you think would be good for drama?
Anybody outgoing.
Anyone?
Like, I feel like it's one of those things where if you're outgoing, you're really going to enjoy this because you get to pretend to be someone else. Maybe it, like, helps you escape. For me personally, I just love music and I love talking to people. And so I just feel like that's such a cool thing that I get to do both in, like, one setting and have people appreciate it.
So everything, like, drama doesn't take over your life, does it? Like, you still go to school and stuff, and...
Yeah, it doesn't take over my life. It takes over my social life. I know, definitely, because I will go home at 8, and I will go into my room and do pre-calc the entire night, just pre-calc. And that's not even any of my other classes. But it's pretty cool because you have people there that are super smart that will also help you. Because I know sometimes when I struggle with math, I can go to like 7 different people and they could be like, oh yeah, I learned this like last year or I'm learning this now. And so like they help keep you on track. They're super cool. So like it mostly destroys your social life with other people.
So what is like your most fondest or funniest memory that you've had in drama?
It's not my memory, actually, but Ricky Hoffman, he's playing Lord Farquaad. Every single show, he loses a piece of clothing. And last year, he kept losing his pants. And one of my favorite things is that we found him a pair of pants. They weren't his. They were a little tight. And so we went out on stage, and it was this very physical, like, stage. We had to, like, just move around a lot. It was this big thing. And he ripped his pants, like, the beginning of the scene. And it was so funny because he had to walk around on stage with it. By far my favorite memory.
Okay, we'll rip to Farquaad's pants and rip to Harambe. That's what's going to be next. Thanks, guys. Hey, Chargers. So we're still here with Kenna, and we're gonna ask her a few more questions. So, what are the dances that you do? Like, what kind?
We do a lot of tap, a lot of jazz. It's a lot of fun. My personal favorite is jazz squares, but that's just because, they're easy. We do some ballet, a little bit of hip hop, but those are mostly just the ones that we do.
So, is it hard to do dancing and stuff?
It depends, because sometimes, I'm personally not very good at ballet, but that's just because I don't have a very good balance. But I rock tap. Tap is a lot of fun to do.
So, do you know what time the new musical is coming out?
Yeah. So the musical is on the last week of April and the first week of May. There's a senior matinee. It is on the last Wednesday of April. And it's where the seniors come in free. We'll give them some Cristianos for, thank you for coming. Everything is free for them. And and it's just so cool to see them, because they'll come up to you and they'll say, you did good, or they'll come up and be like, why did you do that? They're very honest with you.
Yeah, so seniors are free. They get Cristianos.
Senior citizens.
Oh, senior citizens.
I'm sorry. Those are. I wish seniors.
That's what I thought you meant.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
So, what are the prices?
The prices are 7 for students and then 10 for non-students.
Okay.
So little kids or for adults.
All right. So thank you guys for coming. This was Kenna Goodwin. Watch her Shrek musical coming up. And goodbye, Chargers.